Namaskar, Namaste, and happy Navratri to those of you who are celebrating Ma Durga's festival. My name is Gogo. I am a shaman and healer based in South Africa, from South Africa and based in South Africa. Today I wanted to make this video because I'm hoping that the tantrics, astrologers, and all spiritual people from India, as well as people from around the world who read astrology, can have a discussion with me about Rahu and Ketu. I have a feeling that here in South Africa, we have a spirit that is very similar to Rahu. And I sense that what we understand as the spirit is actually the Rahu, or the effects of the Rahu Mahadasha, Mahadasha being the great life era of Rahu and of the spirits. This spirit in South Africa is called the Ndau spirit. N-D-A-U, Ndau spirit. Now, for the better part of this year, I have been watching all the videos, well, most, if not all, most of the videos that are available on social media regarding the Rahu, Mahadasha, and Ketu. And the more I watch, the more I listen, the more I realize that what we call here in South Africa as the Ndau spirit, or Ndau calling, or Ndau possession, is actually one being deeply in the Rahu Mahadasha. I'd like you to debate this with me if you can. Maybe you can offer another perspective that can help us, because at the end of the day, I believe that spirit is universal. We may call it with different names, but at the end of the day, we are all under the same, governed by the same solar system, the same planets, the same stars. It just depends on what we call it in our specific continents, in our specific countries. Right. I understand Rahu, and I agree with the astrologers and the tantrics in India that Rahu is more about illusion, what you call Maya, and obsession, insatiable hunger. It is a chaotic shadow energy. This is the perspective I particularly resonate with, as opposed to the Western astrology perspective that it is your destiny. I do believe that even that is an illusion that Rahu has created in the minds of Westerners, and they think that Rahu, the North Node as they call it, is what a person is meant to chase or believe is their destiny. It is not. According to my experience, and my experience is very, very deep. From the age of 20 years old, I am 40 now. From the age of 20 years old, I entered into my 18-year Rahu Mahadasha. South Africans, if you are here watching this, yes, now we know that whole Ndau period lasts 20 years. It is meant to last 20 years. Well, technically 18 years, but I find that the effect of that can last even beyond the prescribed time, especially if you don't realize that it's supposed to be over Rahu will linger just to mess with you. Right. I am hoping that this video can create a bridge between our spirituality here in South Africa and your spirituality in India, because there's so many similarities between how we practice and how you practice. So many similarities. Not to mention that our ancestral cloths, our sangoma cloths, or fabrics like the one behind me here, are made in the East. And a lot of the bath salts we use for spiritual cleansings, all of that is made in the East. A lot of things we even dream about. Your gods. We dream about your country. We dream. There's a lot of things that point us to connect with you on some level, perhaps to seek more understanding and healing, which does not in any way cancel our own roots, our own African spirituality. But I do believe that as one grows spiritually, spirit cannot help but expand into the four corners of the world. Right. Rahu, as you have rightly stated in India, as astrologers and the ancient teachers of astrology, indeed, I feel, according to what I went through and what I have seen in the clients that I have served in the last 10 years or so as a healer, it is indeed illusion. It is Maya. It is obsession, insatiable hunger. It is a spirit that, an energy that causes you to seek what is foreign to you, whether it is languages, cuisines, even partners, friends, everything that is foreign to you, you get drawn to. And once you meet that, it's like a karmic activation explodes and weird things happen. So I completely agree with your take in India with regards to the spirit, which is exactly like what we see when one is possessed by this spirit called the Ndau spirit, or Ndau as we call it here. I just wanted to share my personal experiences. When I was 20, the Mahadasha started, the Rahu Mahadasha started, and it kicked off with a huge wave of travel all over the country and in some parts of Africa. I went there. It was like life just worked itself out, and there was a need to go there to do something. In these 18 years, I lost my parents. I had major surgery. I went through a lot of rejection romantically, like really serious, deep wounds that were in the area of love. My Rahu is in my 7th house, so you can imagine. Yes, I got initiated into Sangomahood during my Rahu Ketu Mahadasha sub-period. For those of you who may not know what an Mahadasha is, I had 2 car accidents. I was hospitalized a lot, and most of the time the doctors wouldn't know what was wrong with me. I'll do a part 2 to carry on with my story.